exactly like what it says on the tin. There's the first one. Nice flick upwards and HS doing all the damage. What was that? Who's he going to take the shot on initially? Thomas, Baymax, all three, Schneider. Perfect, beautiful play.
What is going on, party people? What is going on, CSGO Fight Night fans? It's me, your man, John Steezy. What's going on, everybody? We're going to be watching such a fantabulous game soon, but I'm not casting this one. No. That's my good friend, SmithCommaJohn, _ SmithCommaJohn on Twitter. He's a great caster, a fantastic man, and he makes great graphics, music. He's a jack of all trades, okay? And we're about to see him cast the match, and that's why you're all here, okay? You're not here for him. Maybe you are, but you're here for a match, okay? You're here for Variance versus the Quest, and it's gonna be brutal. The Quest taking down Old Guys Club 2-0. Oh my goodness. Versus Variance, who in the ESEA Season 30 playoffs, they got like a 3rd, 4th place. They sadly only made it to the semifinals, but they're here and they want to make it to the MDL. That's the dream. All these teams' dreams are to make it to MDL. Crazy stuff. I'm excited to see this one. The Quest had an amazing performance yesterday. I managed to cast their game, and boy, oh boy, did they play spectacularly. It's going to be very exciting to see what goes down here as these two teams go head-to-head. They're pretty close rank-wise in the world, but really we're going to have to see them play it out, and that's how we'll tell who the true winner is and should be. So you guys are all watching CSGO Fight Night, a product of the EFLGG. I hope everybody is enjoying their day, and their day continues to be enjoyed as you enjoy this. I'm saying enjoy a lot. As long as you enjoy this cast, though, everything in your world is fine, okay? So be happy. SmithCommaJohn will take it away. Oh boy. And get ready. Variance versus the Quest. Who do you think's gonna win? Type it in the chat. And also type what your favorite type of big cat is. Is it a lion, a tiger, a panther? What do you guys think? But anyway, let's get on to the game. SmithCommaJohn, take us away.
Yes, thank you very much for the lead-in, John Steezy. John Steezy, of course, is going to be on our sister stream. Be sure to check him out at CSGO Fight Night. The link will be in the description in just a moment. But for now, I am, of course, SmithCommaJohn. I also go by SCJ, and I also go by SmithCommaJohn. And tonight for EFL.GG, we have the Quest versus Variance Gaming. Now, this is, of course, for, and say it with me all at once, 1, 2, 3, ESEA, MDL, Season 30, North America Relegation, Lower Bracket Semifinals. That's right, it just rolls right off the tongue, now doesn't it? Now, I must specify for this matchup that both of these teams will still have a chance to go in if either one of them do not progress past this round. But the winner of this will be competing in MDL for Season 31. The loser will have to go into the 5th place decider versus either Slash Level or the Fundamentals. So it's going to be up to them. Now, moving swiftly on, let's check out what the Quest is up to. Now, the Quest, they are an all-star team all the way around. Currently 88th in the HLTV rankings, but they have finished #1 at the end of the regular season for Season 30 in ESEA Advanced. A lot of hot talk for this team going into the playoffs, but unfortunately they got stomped, and I mean stomped, by Team BBC, who they themselves forfeited out of relegation, so they're unfortunately going to be in Advance now, whereas the Quest are still very much alive. Now, moving swiftly on, we've got Variance Gaming. Now, I'm going to be quite honest, and I will tell you that I do not know much about Variance Gaming, but I do know what I see right here on the scoreboard right here. They are currently 128 ranked in HLTV. The best map is Train, and they've peaked at 110. And they are going to be quite a little thorn in the side of these players for the Quest, especially on their quest to try to become MDL certified team players. Because, wait for it, pause for attention, Variance Gaming has KMZ. He's going to be the star player of the night. His real name is Ezekiel Hughes, and let me tell you something. That dead look in his eyes is not one of vacancy, it is one of death. And he's got death in his eyes because he knows that the only thing on his mind is death. He is a dead shot when it comes to the op, and my God, when he's got you in his scopes, you're going to be not living much anymore. Now, you might be wondering, what in the world is going on here? What is wrong with this man right here tonight? And I'll tell you exactly what's wrong. I had a large tree branch fall on my head earlier tonight. Earlier today. I'm a little concussed right now, so if I'm not all here tonight, then that's gonna be the reason. That's gonna be the reason why. But anyway, moving swiftly on. Do you think it's gonna be the Quest, or do you think it's gonna be Variance Gaming taking this best of 3 series? We don't have the vetoes quite yet. We're gonna get that in just a little moment. Now, bear with me while I pull up classic HLTV.org. By the way, quick shout-outs to HLTV.org. They're a phenomenal resource when it comes to people such as myself trying to get a lot of information for these kinds of games. And my God, we have quite a little setup. I have never been so excited to see something happen as simple as a veto, ladies and gentlemen. We have Nuke as our first map. And soon after, we will have Overpass. And for our third and final map, we will have Mirage. That is a map lineup that brings a smile to my face. You don't even know. Surox over in the chat, reading me like a book, ruining the surprises for the entire chat, like the surprise that I'm about to hit this bottle of honey. Oh. You're a prophet because you know how to read. That doesn't count, Surox. Dude, Overpass is the best map, and if you do not agree, then you are not good at games. Real quick, I need to do some changes real quick before I hit this bottle. There we go. And I believe that these players are good. They don't have any bad boy photo icons. There was a... Oh! Huh, hold on just one moment. We might actually have a little bit of... we might have someone else standing in for the Quest, actually. We might have AYOZAT in, unless he's the coach. I don't follow a lot of these teams as best as I could, also the head wound. But it appears that AYOZAT might be playing in place of someone else. Yeah, we might have ourselves a sub situation, but don't quote me on that. Players are filing into the server right now. It is going to be Nuke. And it's going to be a fun one. But only time will tell if that's how things are going to go. Now, I have said it in the past, the Quest, they have, maybe Hennessy with a concussion is not a best idea. Anyway, ooh, great shot. You can't see that, but I saw it. But what I was trying to say before my brain just totally shut off was, it's kind of befuddling that the Quest have not been represented by an organization yet. Lagoon says that AYOZAT's coaching. That sounds about right as well. I remember seeing the name, and my initial thought was the guy from E-United. Wait a second. No. There was actually a Dust 2 article about that, and he himself made the joke about OhSoRandom, the E-United guy who got into a lot of trouble because he couldn't keep it in his pants. Alright, so if that is the case, then I believe that we have everything lined up as it should be. Everything should be good, everything should be fun. You know what? I don't know if they are still an organization, but I would love to see Soar Gaming pick up the quest again, because I know that MCE and XCEED used to be represented by that org a while ago. FROSTAYK, he was on ASIO. Voltage, he was on that short-lived Dignitas roster, right? I think. MIBR versus FaZe, that's honestly really, really difficult to call. Not because they're both really good teams, but because they're kind of in the doldrums. But that being said, it's going to be MIBR. Because, like, FaZe Clan, they are a ton of really, really good aimers. But they don't have a level, they don't have the coherency or team play that MIBR has. And even MIBR at their worst can find some great plays in the mix. Like, Fur is always a playmaker. Fallen's got some great skills. And Phelps, he can become great support when he needs to. But the way that I see it, it's not going to go the way of FaZe. It's not. But that's just the way I see that one. And another thing I see right now is that we're about to go into the knife round. The knife round is going to be played off camera because it is not technically a true knife round. I will say that. These sides have been selected prior to the match. And Variance is going to pick that one up. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everything in between, this map's about to go live. Are you ready to get your spaghetti pushed in? Because I am. And once a side gets selected and the games start the restart section, we're going to move right on. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, this is going to be Nuke. Are y'all excited for Nuke? Are y'all feeling explosive over this map? Who do you think's going to win this one, Variance or Quest? I want to hear it loud and proud, and I want to hear it right now. Type in the chat, who do you think is going to win? It's immediately going to be a fast push towards the B ramp site. KMZ, the star to watch. He's going to take a few shots off, but it's going to be NESKA with a nade to get the first kill of the game. Spammer answering back with a great one tap there on FROSTAYK on the outside. Great plays coming in. KMZ brought down to 2 HP. Going to try his damnedest in order to maximize and capitalize on this, but the two players in heaven are going to get quickly sent down to hell. Voltage has that bomb in hand. He's going to punch in those wacky little numbers on the back. And he's going to get that bomb down. A 1v4 situation for him. Making it all the easier. But unfortunately, Spammer's going to be the one to knock his block square off. A 3K for him, and the defuse comes in without the kit. And a nice little start for Variance Gaming. Reserve, you must have forgotten the American Optic roster that they had a few years ago with Naf, Rush, Stanislaw, Mixwell, and I can never remember the last guy. I think it was Daps. Yeah. I mean, they beat Astralis, they beat FaZe, they were ranked number 2 in the world. I think they were only behind, was it SK at the time? It was either SK or Fnatic, I can't remember. But no, they were really, really good. And then Stanislaw left to go to Team Liquid. Did not a whole lot with them. And they just, of course, crumbled. I always get really bummed out when I see new Optic rosters now. Because, like, it's never going to do anything great. Unlike what FANG just did right there. Surviving with 21 HP, he's able to live with a quick shot off onto the man with the Glock. Quest, of course, are on a pistol eco, a Pico, if you will. KMZ is going absolutely hot with the AUG, staring down through the scope, able to pick up a 2K before getting taken down with a P250. That absolute P-shooter in the hands of Voltage right there. Show them what you're working with. Pick up that deagle. Yeah, baby. Make it spin around a little bit. 53 seconds left on the clock, and NESKA's going to upgrade his weapon for a little bit something a little bit more... words are escaping me. But now it's little bit quiet. FROSTAYK and Voltage pressing on into the A site. The only people that have to worry about him are going to be POWERZZ. And POWERZZ is powerless when it comes to those shots. Voltage, last man alive, is unfortunately going to go down from the man in heaven. And that's going to be a second round for Variance now. And the money is in the hands of the Quest. Only players so far for them doing any sort of damage to the opposite side has been Voltage and XCEED with 3 and 1 respectively. So now that these players have rifles in their hands, including an SG in the hands of JONJI, we'll hopefully see a little bit more work come out of these players. The windows have been popped. You got 5 scoped weapons across all the players. POWERZZ with the MP9 as well. Shots being traded through the smoke. JONJI brought... Oh wait, I'm sorry. I actually got reprimanded for that before. It's JONJI. My apologies. JONJI brought down to only 20 HP. And the flank comes in. KMZ sneaky all the way into essentially T-spawn and taking down Voltage with relative ease. Now those B-hop maps are coming into play for XCEED. Oh wait, he dropped the bomb. Oopsies. Gotta pick it back up. Gotta spin around my knife. Why does XCEED have Devil in Miami on his knife and not Scrappy Dude Dead in Miami? Am I right? That's a joke I get. Ooh, and crazy shots is what POWERZZ gets. KMZ answers back with a flaming hot Cheeto of a shot right there. FROSTAYK, he's going to try to stay alive as much as he can, but with only 21 HP, pinned into the corner by the fire, his time was pretty much up. Jokes before oh no, what joke did I just say? Again, this is the... Wait a second. All eyes on KMZ. I have a personal rule. If there's a shotgun in play, we watch the shotgun non-stop. And given that this is another pistol eco, aka a Pico, you know that KMZ wants to do one thing and one thing only. Make money. I'm not taking my eyes off this view. Everyone else could die around him, and KMZ is going to be the one that I'm watching. I don't care. Bomb's about to go down. And so are all the members of the T side. KMZ's going to answer back with one. One is going to turn around into the wall and just get taken absolutely out. And just like that, it pays off. KMZ getting himself a 2K with the XM1014. And he gets himself a 4th round on the board. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you observe. You stubbornly watch one player, hoping to God and all whoever is viewing you that you're going to get that one play, and then it happens. MK, I'm going to ask you nicely one time. Do not advertise outside of the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate the hustle, but I cannot condone that right now. And these trades just keep coming through right now. FANG is firing desperately through the smoke. POWERZZ is going to pick up a kill on XCEED with a nade. Here, enjoy that big green egg, my dude. Now it's a 4v3. Variance still in control here. 4-0. NESKA's going for that cheeky little boost. Minute 5 left on the clock. We're still waiting patiently for any, and I mean any sort of interaction from any of the players right now. After an explosive start to the map, to the round, my apologies. Things have gotten lukewarm. Finally, the shots come in. JONJI takes down one. Voltage and FROSTAYK each picking off one themselves. The last man alive is going to be NESKA, and he is currently in trophy room, imagining all the trophies that he could get if his teammates didn't die around him. 40 seconds left on the clock while the bomb ticks away, and it's the NESKA show right now. He's got utility, he's got weaponry, he's got positional advantage, but the only thing he does not have is knowledge that the bomb's on the A site. He realizes his mistake. Falls back, shakes his head, and tries to save his weapon into the next round. Meanwhile, JONJI and Voltage peeking aggressively outside, trying to find out NESKA. NESKA, oh no! He's gonna get found! He's gonna take down one before retreating back to start, hitting that reset button on that life. And the Quester finally going to pick up the first round on the board. 4-1 is the scoreline now. After a successful bomb plant and explosion, their money is bolstered. They have quite a bit of utility, full armor, full weaponry, and on voltage carried back from the last round. And most importantly, Variance Gaming, they're put between a rock and a hard place and a pickle and a doozy. Spammers relegated to nothing more than a vest and a CZ. That dude's got 24 chances in order to make a change in this one, but KMZ, he's going to be sure to be everything they need right now. XCEED, one and done, taken down immediately by FANG, spinning around on a swivel. That man is a turret, but unfortunately turrets also go down. Turrets can also die, and he's going to... Oh, great shot by Voltage before going down to KMZ in the end. Thus ending the one-round winning streak of the quest. No. Like, it's fine if people are critical of me tonight. I'm not exactly all here. Toast on bread, I do apologize if this is not the best cast right now. Like I said at the start of the show, I got hit in the head by a falling branch while doing yard work, so I'm full-blown not here right now. I am but a shell of my former self. He sees through the wall, and he sees through the BS of MCE and takes him down. And then MCE becomes KIA. FROSTAYK trying desperately to take out Powers. And the powers that be are vested in him, are trying desperately to make sure that that does not happen. XCEED's gonna take down one outside. Powers sneaking through the smoke on his own site. Much like a child sneaks through the house after bedtime to get a little bit of milk. FROSTAYK opening through the door like he's Kool-Aid, taking one out before going down himself. FANG and NESKA close this one out, 6-1 on the board for Variance Gaming. 5 up on the quest as the pause comes into play. And Mimi thirsty, so Mimi gonna get water. One second. Oh my god, it's so much better. So, last night I casted a game and I had my fan going on in the background because the room that I'm in gets sweltering. Like, for some reason the AC just does not work in my room. I don't know why. And when it gets above, I don't know, 60 degrees, it becomes a hot box. So I try to have like an industrial fan on the background. It did not work out very well, but what did work out very well was this push by the quest. FROSTAYK is going to take down one. Powers is going to take down two right quick after that. NESKA's going to go down. AMC is going to go down. Last man alive is going to be Powers, and by the Powers vested in him, he's going to get this ace. So help me God. He takes down one more. He's got one more to go, and there he has it. POWERZZ picks up the ace with a long-range MP9 kill. In Variance Gaming, they seemingly cannot be stopped when plays like that just materialize out of nowhere. CCC Pronic, thank you very much for the kind words right now. As the swelling in my brain reduces, I would like to thank you from my swelling heart how much that means to me, or something along those lines. Speech has kind of gone out the window for me a little bit. Just like the chances of XCEED, JONJI, or MC having any sort of opportunity in this round. Last two alive are going to be Voltage and FROSTAYK. And in a 5v2, Voltage, himself especially, needs to live up to that Astralis photo in his icon and come alive with some Xipnix tier clutches. KMZ's going to play from the ramp position. Voltage is going to spot him out. Surely he's going to be spotted. Gonna get flashed out for sure. Pushed away from the positioning. He's not going to play that whatsoever. FROSTAYK, however, on the outside is going to be playing solo himself. And Voltage has got to be dealing with a little too much all at once. FROSTAYK is going to take down one head. It's going to be FANG. Pushed out into the ether. Spammer's peeking out. And the taps coming in, but unfortunately they are not landing. FROSTAYK going to DK now. 35 seconds left on the clock. It's all up to Voltage in a 1v4, and unfortunately, when that scope comes into play at the hands of Spammer, it's nothing you can do. It's just speakers going hammer, blammer, blammer, blammer. Here comes Spammer with an AUG. I'm white. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. It was Brazil. Oh no. I always make that joke and I forgot this time. Oh. Well, I mean, a round late. Just, you know, shout outs to Brazil. Moving on. FANG's picking up himself a 2K right there. Continuing the domination by Variance Gaming. NESKA's gonna take down one as well. And FANG's gonna get hammered out of existence while the fire tags FROSTAYK down by KMZ. KMZ on the board now for that one. Last one alive is Voltage playing from outside. He's got way too many angles to deal with on the A site. There's POWERZZ spotting him out and taking him out. That's going to be a closed casket funeral for the Quest player as we go 9-1 in favor of Variance Gaming. Another pause comes into play now as the Quest desperately need to find their footing in this map. No, I agree. They are actually having some very close close rounds. Like, it's coming down to 1, 2, or 3 players every single time. So, like, if the Quest can find their momentum, then it's going to be very scary for Variance, especially on this map. When if the Quest can pick up 3 more rounds at least, then they're going to be in a very good position once they switch sides. Because, again, this map is really CT-sided, if I'm not mistaken. I try not to play this map because it's, I don't know, too many Z-planes that I have to deal with. I can't deal with the top and bottom stuff. Even after they change the sounds of the bombs, it's just too many things going on at once. Just like that, Spammer's gonna spam and blam his way into the top of the scoreboard. Just like that, and I don't even know if he is. Let's see, actually. Yeah! Haha! Alright, that worked out. He's got 11 along with KMZ. Both of them are vying for that #1 spot, just like a ludicrous track that samples Quincy Jones' seminal soundtrack or Austin Powers. They are both going for that #1 spot. Now that's a reference I understand, and I don't need to have a concussion in order to get really good at stupid samples in hip hop songs from 2005. POWERZZ with a 1-tap onto that skull. XCEED doing absolutely nothing. It's not a new weapon anymore. It's the meta, baby. And oh, that's a shame. POWERZZ caught in his moment, caught in the hubris of it all, swinging his knife and just running into the gun of FROSTAYK. Now FROSTAYK in a 1v4, gonna get spammed out by Spammer. That's that name. Look at that. He's on a swivel. I love it. And it really is quite fitting that Spammer is the one spamming those shots right there. That's beside the point. Variance Gaming pick up another round, making double digits on the board in their favor. In the quest. Honey, sweetie, doll, what are you doing? I speak to you not as a team, but as a people. What is you doing, baby? Oh no. Dooku, might I remind you that the quest did finish the regular season 14-2, dropping only 2 maps to... oh god, I can't remember. I think one of them was Hot Ass. One of them was Hot Ass. I remember that much because it was like quite a big goal. They were undefeated up until that point. So they're not a team to be messed with, but maybe the pressure of the playoffs has been messing with their mental a little bit. That's really the only guess that I can have when it comes to how the quest has been playing for the matches that I've seen them play. Because they've lost to Blitzkrieg. No, I'm sorry. They actually... I believe they beat Blitzkrieg for an opportunity to get into the relegation. Yes, that's exactly what happened. They won 2-1. It was really, really close. But eventually they won that one out. FROSTAYK is going to find one right there. POWERZZ being picked from the sky like it were Duck Hunt. In that lineup. Oh, KMZ, we're so close. I believe Voltage got tagged. Well, he definitely did that time. Just like that, we got a double-digit lead for Variance Gaming. And we got a third pause now. The quest just really don't know what to do with this one. Just real quick, we're going to look at the kills right now. KMZ, the star of the show, he's 15-5. Spammer soon behind with 13-5, and soon behind him is going to be FANG, and then POWERZZ, and then NESKA. They are all playing up to their levels. However, on the opposite side, no one is at double digits. Not a soul. So we got some head scratching in the server about that. FROSTAYK, however, can be holding his head up quite high. His headshot percentage is 77. 7 of his kills so far out of the 9 have been headshots. Well done statistic by him. Utility damage. That's another thing. The quest. No utility damage. 19 done by JONJI. And I don't know what that says about the positioning of Variance Gaming, or if it's the lack of utility usage by the quest so far, but they have so far found nothing with grenades or fires or anything. So that's definitely going to be something to watch for the coming rounds, especially when sides are switched. Oh, Dark Devil, no. That's a lot of money, no. They are really talking things through. This is either a, this might actually be a technical pause, because usually the pauses dedicated to strategery doesn't take this long. But unfortunately, I don't see any sort of feed on my side whatsoever. And just like that, the pause has ended, so it's all good now. There could have been a ping dispute. FROSTAYK is currently at 62 ping, which is a little bit high, but I think he's going to play through it. If that's what it was, then that's where it is. Now, the Quest have not won a round in 7 rounds. Their first win was at round 5, and that was scrappy if ever I've seen one. Spammer is just pushing right up. He's trying to find something. He's not going to find a single thing, but my god, keep all eyes on him. No. We're going to keep watch on him. He's firing directly through the smoke, or rather, spamming. And he's going to chase him from the vents position. To try to find one, that's exactly what's going to happen. Voltage is going to be pushing up daisies with the quickness, and now it's going to be a 4v3 as MCE picks up 1 kill. Spammer's going to get blammered himself. FROSTAYK picking up that kill. Another headshot for him. 80% headshot rating for him now. Unfortunately, it's going to stop right there. But now, the quest on a Pistolico, a Pico, if I might say. They've got the bomb down. And they've evened up the man numbers. A 2v2. KMZ and POWERZZ. Strong opponents for the quest. But luckily, when XCEED's in the server, going up against him, they're able to land it. And KMZ, he's actually going to tap the bomb! And XCEED's going to tap him out of existence. And he's going to be a little bit toxic about it too. I would be as well. The quest, finally, at long last, doubling up their scoreline. And just as well, FROSTAYK getting double digits for his kill count. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Yes, one Bibby. I too miss Soar. I really like the team for what it was, and I really like the logo because it was purple. POWERZZ, however, seeing a lot of red. Sekai-sama, you might joke, but I have definitely seen really stupid comebacks happen within this week. I believe it was... Oh god, it was Blitzkrieg going against someone. I can't remember who it was. It was Big Frames. Blitzkrieg won 2-0 against Big Frames for the 7th place position on the relegation qualifier. And they won Dust 2. Basically, they switched sides from 4 to 11. Blitzkrieg down 4 to 11. Switched sides, won this thing out 16 to 11. I have never witnessed a game like that where I casted it in all my years, and it's only been 2 months. And just like that, a great lineup from FANG, closing that one out, setting things right in their position right there. Variance Gaming picking up a 12th round. And Quest, they need... this is not a scenario where they might want to get this, you know, if they have this, it's going to be alright. No, they need to win this next round, or else it's going to be basically curtains for their CT side. No cushion, no nothing. Like, I don't even have a metaphor. They just need to win this round. The Quest need to win this round. I'm sorry to put some extra pressure on the Quest, but they need to win this round. I'm going to be truly honest. I've got them going 13-2 right here. Variance Gaming have just shown themselves to be a far more composed team right now. And this is another one of those cases where, like, here's the thing. This could be a 3-mapper. Like, this could very easily be a 3-mapper. Make no mistake, because the last night when I casted, I underestimated /level, and they took the first map soundly, but Thunder Logic answered back with 2 maps after that and closed the thing out in their favor. So even if the first map does not go in the favor of the Quest, this could easily bounce back long term for them. Don't forget that. But a thing we probably also should not forget is the fact that this is the Quest map pick. And, well, things are starting to turn up pretty well. Finally, the Quest turns up. They get that 3rd round on the board, thus flying into my face and saying, hell no, we won't go 13-2 against Variance Gaming. So screw me, I guess. But yes, quite beneficial for the Quest. They have finally picked up another round, giving themselves just a tiny bit more cushion. Going from a hard, cold wood floor to a hard, cold wood floor with a thin towel on top. Sleep on that, will ya? Yes, this is one of those cases where the pistol puts it all on the line for them. The Quest need, and I mean need, to win this pistol if they want to have even an iota of a chance into this game again. And it all starts with the initial combat right there. KMZ is going to take all the damage right there, all 14 shots. And Voltage and XCEED, they're answering back with shots of their own. They're all going to go down, but POWERZZ, the last one alive on the T side, is going to be put into a 1v1 situation with the bomb in his hand. It is do or die for JONJI on the CT side now. Will it be JONJI or will it be POWERZZ? If JONJI can spawn out bomb, then they might have a shot. There's bomb. He sees it. He knows it's there. He knows where the T is going to have to come from now. And POWERZZ going to get tapped out. Going to get dropped out. And the Quest, ladies and gentlemen, have picked up the pistol round, thus bolstering their abilities into the coming rounds. But they cannot rest yet. The second round conversion can always mess them up. And if VG buys aggressively into this one, they're going to have to really be careful. But only POWERZZ is going to buy in with a P250. So despite the fact that this seems like a bonus round in favor of the Quest, they still need to be careful. My God, do they still need to be careful. And, oh my God, what is this? This is so cool! Oh, I love this. I've never seen this before. This could be so destructive if anything happens. They're going to stick this one out, too. POWERZZ is playing outside. And we might actually see this come. JONJI playing outside as well. And I actually really like this boost. They are sticking with it, too. Oh, dear Lord. This could be so gross if it comes through. POWERZZ is the canary in the coal mine. He's going to be able to see if they come from there at all. But unfortunately, I think this boost might not have any fruit to it. God, I love seeing stuff like that. And JONJI is going to find one. That's going to be POWERZZ down. POWERZZ powering down. There we go. Made the joke, did it. Now the push comes in, the push comes out. FROSTAYK is going to pick up the final 2 rounds of that round. Convert the second round in their favor of the Quest. And now, here's where it gets crazy. Now the CT side is going to keep their SMGs. I do not see as a very positive move whatsoever, but it's better than investing into the round, losing it versus the AKs, and having no money whatsoever. So them playing with the SMGs right here with the little bit of cushion that they have left, it's still quite positive, especially when KMZ is hitting shots like that. That's going to be a UMP out of their hands now. KMZ's re-aggressing. That's going to be JONJI on ramp. Will he be able to expect positioning? No, he will not. KMZ's going to swing hard and pick him out as well. And he is putting a few more nails into the coffin and making sure that he is not going to rise again. Now a 3v5. Voltage is hearing the leaps and bounds by KMZ. And he's going to take him down as well. KMZ. He's just a madman with this AK in hand. Last one alive is going to be FROSTAYK. And KMZ, he's going to try to go for one last one. He sees him in the smoke. He's going to go for it. But FROSTAYK is going to shut him down. 3 is all that could be for KMZ. And with 50 seconds left, FROSTAYK looking at a 1v5 ace clutch with nothing more than a UMP 45. This might be the moment of the entire tournament if he could do this. All eyes are going to be on FROSTAYK. And his hesitance is going to be the death of him as the bomb goes down onto the A site. He hears the footsteps. He knows that someone's close. And FROSTAYK, he knows that he can go for this. And he's going to do just that. He's going to take down one. He spotted the shots from NESKA, and he knows that there's another man there. He does not want to re-aggress. He's going to fall back, and he's going to go up to the heaven position. He saw that AK go down, and he really wants it. He got himself a kill. He made it a little bit expensive. But now he wants that AK. Still thinking about it. He's pondering it. He grabs it. There he goes. Shot till you drop, and that man will not drop. KMZ, of course, picks up the 3K, opening up the round for the Variance Gaming side. And the Quest, as desperate as they could be, unfortunately could not win that one out. Variance Gaming picks up another round, the first rifle round of this half, and now the real weapons comes out. Well, real weapons and then what MCE's just limping to the barn with. It's a high-level movement, baby. Ooh, voltage is so good when it comes to using the op that it's actually terrifying. Like, his flicks are instantaneous. But it could also be because I'm only running on 80 frames on Nuke. Oh, you definitely saw it there. Yeah, they don't make video cards from 2012 like they used to. NESKA gets absolutely popped like the kid that he is, and then POWERZZ answers back with another popping of his own. XCEED trying to make that FAMAS work. He does just enough, but not enough indeed. Spammer and POWERZZ, the last ones alive for Variance Gaming. They could have asked for better players to stay alive for them. But it's going to be a tall order for the Variance Gaming side. The crossfire is quite good. The lineup comes in, but it's the only person that's going out will be Spammer. And now POWERZZ is trying desperately in order to keep this thing alive. 1v3 right now. That's what he's working with. And a shot to the back, execution style, and now POWERZZ is powerless as FROSTAYK diffuses that bomb with ease. 6 rounds now for the Quest, doubling their scoreline from the start of the half. It's still doable for the American Wonderkind of this team. Surox, if you... Oh wait, is that an Intel chip card? That's a NVIDIA card, right? Because I'm running on AMD now. So I have no idea if that'll be compatible. I'll be honest. But honestly, I'd be wildly humbled if you did. That rule. Yeah, I think there might be compatibility issues, but if 1050, that's I don't know how many gigs of memory does it have? Because mine currently has 3 gigs. I mean, it was great in 2012, but now it's like, ugh, the fan's dying, it's chugging a little bit. It's not the best card. I really liked it, though. I'm sure it'll be fine in a pinch, but what's funny is that I went from... I basically upgraded everything on the inside of my computer. I upgraded the motherboard, the RAM, the chipset, so I went from Intel to AMD. The only thing I haven't changed so far was the video card, because I didn't have enough money. So what would be funny is that if I actually have an AMD card right in there now, and I was running Intel chip with AMD card forever, and it would just be really funny if I went from AMD chip to NVIDIA card after all that time. Great shots coming in by Voltage. A 2K on the board, make that a 3K. This man is absolutely on fire this game. You get that off in his hand, and all of a sudden that man knows how to play it. Trust me, I can sympathize. I'm the same exact way. Spammer trying desperately to find that head on XCEED, and it's simply not going to be enough. 1 HP left for that man with 5 letters in his name, and it's going to be 5 alive for the Quest as they pick up another round. And like absolutely everyone said, the CT side had to be absolutely stellar if they wanted to have a chance back into this game, and it's turning out to be quite the show indeed. So right now we got a few purchasers of upgraded pistols. We got FANG with a P250, a CZ and Spammer, and a Deagle in the pans of POWERZZ. And I don't know what to say after that. I just kind of blanked right there. Right now, it's a game of chicken. A game of... What are they called? The staring game? Staring contest? Blink? Don't blink? Whatever. I have a concussion. And JONJI's just cleaning up. He picks up a second kill right there. Voltage off screen. Picks up another one himself. These pistols are no match against these rifles, and NESKA gonna run pants filled with fecal matter as he tries desperately to get to the B site. Last man alive with nothing more than a Glock. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, you've really got to admire this. You've really got to admire this. Oh, and he gets the right click in, but XCEED is not going to concede. He's going to get a 2K right then and there, and the Quests are going to get another round on the board. I really, really like the gumption of players when they know that they're pushed into a wall, and they're just going to go for it. Like, that's the kind of stuff that you love. 4 gig VRAM. I think that's got to be a lot better than mine. I think mine only has... Well, I'll look it up when we have another pause or between matches. This game's starting to get good, and I don't want to get too distracted, but hold that thought for now. We are, of course, in round 22. JONJI holding from that smoke position as Spammer does what he does best. It spams absolutely everything he's got. He's throwing smokes, he's throwing flashes, he's throwing fire, and POWERZZ is throwing bullets at the back of the head of JONJI, taking out execution style. We're looking at his corpse decomposing right there as we speak. I don't know if this is going to be overtime, but this is... Ooh. Great little tap by KMZ right there. Bomb's going to go down onto the B site. And a 3v5 comes in for the Quest. And this looks to be a save by them. They don't want to go for it. I cannot blame them. But while all this is happening, I'm actually going to look up my video card real quick. 1 second. Oh, I can't read. I still can't read. My eyes don't work as good as they do. This is still quite a lively little matchup. The Quest, they were on life support when we got into the second half, but now they're starting to show signs of life, and I'm very excited to see what happens in maps coming up. But it's still, so far, the Variance show. 2 rounds away from claiming Nuke, and then we're going to go right into Overpass. Which, should be a little bit interesting because the Quests so far have yet to win a map on Overpass. At the very least, they have yet to win a map in the playoff section in regards to maps that have been covered on HLTV. They actually play Overpass a lot on regular season. They won a lot. I think they played 6 times and won every single time then. So, realistically, who knows? But what I do know is that FANG is just absolutely cleaning up along with KMZ. NESKA's doing a little bit of damage himself. Voltage and JONJI, last men alive with ops in hand. They need to come alive right then and there. JONJI barely missing the head of FANG. Voltage playing from outside. He's not going to find a single thing from that position. And JONJI, he doesn't want that smoke. Shot rings out from Voltage, and a shot comes in to his head at the hands of KMZ, and now that man just got a lot more scary as he picks up the op. JONJI taking down 1 before running away from the site. That's going to be match point for Variance Gaming now. more Jesus. 7 more rounds for the quest. 7 match points is what they have to stare down at the start of every round. But for Variance Gaming, they only want to see it once on Nuke. And damn it all if they don't want to try to close this one out with the quickness. But as I was speaking there, KMZ, FANG, and Spammer all took quite a bit of damage from utility. KMZ answered back with a shot of his own, and we are just missing absolutely everything on screen right now. FANG goes down. JONJI's answering back with some of his own. POWERZZ takes him out finally. A 2v4, 4 match point, and NESKA. Oh, he could rain down hell like Assassin's Creed 3. And I want to see all eyes on this man. And that's it for him. FROSTAYK, the last one alive, and the last one to go down. Ladies and gentlemen, Variance Gaming have picked up the first map. And that map, of course, being... I almost said Dust 2. Now, this is, of course, the best of 3 series, and the next map is going to be Overpass, which is actually the selection of Variance Gaming. So we're going to see quite an interesting matchup then. And I do thank absolutely everyone for coming into the chat right now. We have an astounding, and I do mean astounding, 700 people watching right now. I thank every last one of you for coming in right now. But for the time being, very quickly, imagine if they did play Assault. Oh man, we got a brand new CS:GO tournament. Oh, what's gonna be the map pool? Oh, we got Assault, Militia, and Aztec. Pick one. Nah, baby, there's 2 more maps potentially. Oh, Dark Devil. Oh, you poor thing. I won't speak of it much on tape, but I do have to say, for Dark Devil, can we get some Fs in the chat? Can we get some Fs in the chat for Dark Devil and his shrunken wallet after tonight? Best of luck, man. Play big, win big, lose big. I know exactly how it goes. I used to gamble quite a bit when I was living in South Carolina. They had a lot of gambling boats, like little, what are they called? Paddle boats or something like that? No. They're like schooners? I don't know. Basically, they like take you out into the ocean, so it's like legal to gamble there because it's like weird laws permitting this stuff. And I used to just go there once a month on these boats out into the ocean and just do nothing but play roulette. It ruled. I love playing roulette. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I basically came up even after everything was said and done after about 7 months of doing it, but it was still a lot of fun. When you're high, oh my god, that high is hard to beat. But those lows, ooh, baby. There's nothing quite like putting $100 on black, hitting it, letting it ride, and then seeing it all go away. But yes, if you're just joining us, thank you very much for joining us. This is, of course, CFL.GG's presentation of the Quest vs. Variance Gaming for the ESEA MDL Season 30 North American Relegation lower bracket semifinals. And the winner of this matchup will be going on to play in the next season of MDL. And the loser will still have a chance to play in MDL, but they will have to go into the 5th place decider map against the loser of the fundamentals versus slash level. And if you're also just joining us, you missed quite a little map from Variance Gaming as they just decimated the Quest, going 16-2 Was it 8 or 9? It kind of hit me with such a blinding blur that I kind of forgot exactly what happened. Believe it was 8. 16-8 is how much Variance Gaming won that one. So for the people that joined us, I do apologize if I'm not all here. I'm usually a little bit better when it comes to this whole casting and talking thing. But I was doing yard work and a big old tree branch hit me in the head. So I'm actually a little concussed right now. It's really good. I highly recommend being concussed. It's really fun. Basically, you forget a lot of things. Talking is really hard. It's like doing drugs, but not having to pay for it. Your brain just swells up, and all of a sudden, like, you can't walk straight anymore. But yes, right now we're just waiting for the players to get into the server. They're going to be warming up a little bit on Overpass, which is, of course, going to be the next map up on the docket of this best of 3. If this map goes the way of the quest, which I do very well believe it will go, we might just as well be seeing a third map, and that third map is going to be Mirage. And Mirage is a very puggy map. I'm sure that both of these teams are going to show up in spades for that map and that matchup. Sir Ox, if I could come to Canada and get that free healthcare, you best believe I would. I love Toronto. I visited Toronto and Windsor a few years ago when I did a tour with a musician friend of mine. Like, honestly, if ever I was going to, like, leave the States and just move to a different country, it would be to Canada, and I would live in Toronto. Like, it's such a beautiful and damn near perfect city. Like, it's massive, mind you, but it's just so beautiful. That's another thing. Chris Mark Flores proves a huge, huge point when it comes to gambling. I do not condone gambling in the least bit, but if you're going to do so, be sure to gamble wisely and responsibly. Only bet within your means. But a thing that he just mentioned in the chat is always follow your gut. If you're going to gamble, always follow your gut. Never go against it. Ever. But now moving swiftly on, we're going to go right into the next map. Map 2 is, of course, going to be Overpass. The quest are starting off on the CT side, and Variance is going to be on the T side. Who do you got winning this whole entire thing? Variance, of course, up 1 map. Do you think that Variance is going to close this one out 2-0, or do you think the quest is going to push this into a 3rd map? Let's see it right here in the chat right now.